encyclopedia. Two people are supposed to eat. One is supposed to read from Britannica, and one is supposed to read from World Book, and they're both behind. And then at 6 o'clock, Sven came, S-V-E-N, and Shannon. And we interviewed each other about this job, and I think they would be very, very good. I think they know a lot about the cell phone, and I think they know a lot about the laptop, which my other people aren't that swift on. So they are coming on Sunday at 3 p.m. And they did the Think folder too, and they did it well. And I imagine they both will be very good on making TV shows, taking them from this SD card to VHS, to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and to Dropbox, and all the other computer abilities to send TV shows. And they will be good on making just plain DVDs to go through the U.S. mail. The Lord is King, let the heavens sing. God reigns, let the earth be glad. Snow yesterday, folks, and it actually covered the ground, and people actually tracked it into the house. Goody, goody. We're having some winter. We're having a piece of winter, I meant. Ew, I don't like winter without snow. A freighter carrying a load of red paint collided with a freighter carrying a load of purple paint. And at last report, the crews of both ships were marooned. Collins has started making a formal copy, folks, of a Holy Agenda. Number 1, voicemail. Number 2, 30 calls. Number 3, explore the apps. Number 4, Gmail. Number 5, explore YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and what else on the computer phone. Number 6, the Think folders. Number 7, the U.S. mail. Number 8, the advertiser. Number 9, what is happening right now, soul to soul. Number 10, a program to Washington, D.C., Public Access TV, DC TV. It has finally been ironed out after 10 years by Sir Robert Jackson. The drop boxes to Boston, Hartford, Groton, Trenton, Highland Park, Illinois, is just north of Chicago. Los Alamos, Portland, Oregon, and San Diego. That's harmonica. That is somebody posting something on Facebook. After the drop boxes come some renewals. We still have Rockland County, Litchfield, Torrington, Connecticut, and Great Big Fairfield County, Connecticut. We are still being held up by LTs, making things harder when they should be making things easier. We have to send the renewal by computer, and these people don't have computers. And what's next on the holy agenda? The museum. We have to go over to the museum and we have to stack column 1 and list what is in it. Same with column 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think that Sven and Shannon would be very good at that. We'll see Sunday. They'll only have an hour of daylight though. Well, that's enough, because it's cold over there. And after the museum comes a reading of the Britannica and the reading of the World Book Encyclopedia. And after that comes the errands list, and at the moment Wendy is on top of that and doing the errands. And the last one in the holy agenda are the Lincolns, the 1993 Lincoln Town Car, the 1980 Lincoln Continental Mark VI. Town Car. And Eddie is coming to do those on the 19th of December, and he's going to bring the Lincolns treats. Treats? Yes. He's going to bring them dry gas, and the 1980 Lincoln just loves STP. Oh, how he loves it. He purrs and purrs, runs so nicely. And he's going to bring them high octane gas. They are both in the garage, snug and warm and dry. For the winter storms begin. God our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied. Come to God's own temple, come, raise a song of harvest home. Hey Google, send an email.
I don't understand.
Okay, Google, send an email to Jackson, please.
Is that Jackson or Robert Jackson?
That's Jackson. Hey Google, send an email to Jackson, please.
Sure. Do you want to email Jackson? What's the message?
The rookie minister delivered a stirring sermon.
That's a message to Jackson saying, the rookie manager. I'll send it from a chat with Glendora@gmail.com. Do you want to send it or change it?
Change it.
Sure. Do you want to email Jackson? What's the message?
The rookie minister delivered a sermon on gossip and closed the service with, I love to tell the story.
So, that's a message to Jackson saying, the rookie minister delivered a sermon on gossip and closed the service with, I love to tell the story. It'll be sent from your account at chat with Glendora@gmail.com. Do you want to send it or change it?
Send it, please.
Sending your email to Jackson.
Thank you, Google. Isn't that amazing? You can dictate a letter. Now, why I did that? Because I found out if I wait, then she will wait. And she will give me room to finish it. this is through trial and error for a year now. But I think we have it, don't you? When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. So let's part and recite the pure thought for today. If it will help you, and I'm sure it will. This is my Father's worm, oh, let me ne'er forget that though the wrong seems oft so strong, God is the ruler yet. It isn't God that's wrong, it's our thinking that's wrong. That though the wrong seems oft so strong, God is the ruler yet. Grace and peace unto you. Hi there, everybody. How are you today? What great things happened to you on December 10th, 2020? It was my brother Gordon's birthday. He was 4 years older than I was. And my brother Ralph was 4 years older than my brother Gordon. And my sister Bertha Helene was 4 years older than my brother Ralph. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gordon. Happy birthday to you. We heard from Grady Hearn. He mailed us 4 programs, folks. 4 half-hour programs. Priority mail from Meriden, Connecticut to Nassau Village. And we are looking forward to showing those to you. They are 4 programs that, see, I couldn't see. It was soon after I went blind, which was in February 7th, 2020. And then I couldn't see, and it was very ugly, you know, groping and trying to find the way to the camcorder, turn it off. That was before Wendy came up with her brilliant setup that you see right now, that you're experiencing right now, where she set up the camcorder, and then that wonderful woman in mid-state New York sold us this great camcorder, and for JVC for developing such a beautiful apparatus. And now we can operate it by remote. But before all that, there would be very good footage that was good for our being one with God, but there was all this other bad manipulation in between it. So Gary Black took out the bad parts, kept the good parts, put an opening on it and a closing on it, put music on it, and made it really decent for you. You should have decent programs, not mixed up programs. And so that'll be here today or to tomorrow. And all you people on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, we'll have it up there in 2-3 days. Miss Madeline Chapin, who does that for you. Darlene Meppen bought Glendora a Marie Callender chicken pie, vegetarian. No poor chicken had to give up its life in brutality and violence. Get rid of the violence. And she brought Glendora a little tiny apple pie. That was good. We unwrapped all the butterscotch candies because they aren't real butterscotch. They're all very much artificial. And we will put those into the ground for compost. Reverend Gary made Glendora a delicious, delicious lunch. Sweet potato, broccoli, squash, and vegetarian meat. And was there something else? And it was all cooked just right. Thank you, Reverend Gary. And when Glendora asked Reverend Gary to read to her from the World Book Encyclopedia, the article he read was on Gary Cooper, the movie star who made something over 90 movies or something. And Reverend Gary told Glendora that Reverend Gary's mother named Reverend Gary after Gary Cooper. Snow. No new snow, but yesterday's snow. That's nice. We need more snow. I believe Reverend Gary fed the birdies out behind the garage. And I believe that Darlene fed the birdies, Mr. and Mrs. Blue Jay, BJ, out the window. And I don't know whether we saw any other birdies filling their tummies. Big news, we finished Mary Baker Eddy, 4 volumes. We knew Mary Baker Eddy. We finished those 4 volumes. And then we opened the new volume, folks. And the new volume is either all or most of the ones that were in the 4 previous volumes, plus 4 new ones. So we're going to read the 4 new ones, folks. And that will finish the fascinating articles on We Knew Mary Baker Eddy. Then what do? We're going to start reading that biography by that woman of Mary Baker Eddy. I commend this reading to you. If you want to read a fascinating account of life and of a woman's life with God and a woman's ability to heal, whether you do or not, you should read it. You should read Mary Baker Eddy. You should read Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures. Then you should read the We Knew Mary Baker Eddy, fascinating accounts. And then the biography. Greg, too, at Albany Library, spent a great deal of time with us, maybe half an hour, teaching us how to get the fascinating information out of the cell phone. I repeat and repeat and repeat that I feel that that instrument has a tremendous, tremendous value, and that we are only doing our 2% duty in appreciating that value. So that's why I'm trying to find a way. And I think Gary comprehended how to do some of it. Pods. He wants me to go to pods. He thinks there's a lot of information in pods that I could enjoy. So what are we doing about God, universe, education? Compton's Encyclopedia Every Day with Wayne Collins. We should be doing the Britannica with Patricia every day, but Patricia and I are very inept at that. We just don't get it done. It's bad. And here in the Happy House 3, it's part of the Holy Agenda, and we don't get that done. That would be the World Book Encyclopedia, Volume D. No, C. Volume C, 2. There's 2 C volumes. Collins has written out the Holy Agenda for you. That would be 1, voicemail, 2, 30 telephone calls, out calls, 3, the apps the cell phone, that is, the apps on the cell phone, this topic that we just finished talking about. Gmail, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. 80 people saw the video that we made in the hospital, lying on the ultrasound bed, telling about what was going on. And after the Facebook group, we do the think folders 1, 2, and 3, listing things that should be done, should be remembered, and should be kept currently in our minds where they are. And after that comes the U.S. mail, and after that comes the advertiser. We write an article every week for the advertiser. This week we're going to put an ad in for the room for rent, and we're going to drop the price from $500 a month to $300 a month. And then comes this, which we call Soul to Soul, where you and I share, and you and I keep on our travel to being one with God. No selfishness. Don't think about ourselves. Don't talk about ourselves. Give all that energy to loving everybody in the world and helping the world. Pure thoughts. Completely all good thoughts. Finding out that God is love, that God is one, that God is only, and that God is all, and that God is good, and going vegan. And after that comes Washington, D.C., Public Access TV. It's a challenge to try to get your program on there, follow their technical requirements. And we do have a call from Mrs. Beasley today that we will return. The drop boxes to the 9 TV stations, sending the program by Dropbox instead of by DVD and U.S. mail. Renewals. Rockland County, Torrington, and Fairfield County, Connecticut. Very, very big signals. And we have to get out the message that after all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is what? How we treat others. And then comes the work on the Glendora Franklin Museum for the preservation of the Pro Se public access newspaper record. Then comes the Aarons. Then comes the Lincolns. And we call Eddie and remind him to come December 19th and bring the Lincolns treats. He's going to bring them dry gas and STP. The 1980 Lincoln just loves STP. The 1993 doesn't care that much about it. And high octane gas. They are both very happy and comfortable and warm in their nice garage, which really is a heated garage, although we don't heat it. It has running water, and we don't run the water, but it's really like a $20,000 garage. You want to hear some jokes? Daddy, why did they call English a mother tongue? Daddy never gets a chance to use it. CEO of the great big firm is out on the golf course. And he says, Caddy, Caddy, why do you keep looking at your watch? And the caddy says, "Oh no, sir, this isn't a watch, it's a compass." Woman to the taxi cab driver, "Cabby, how much do I owe you?" Taxi cab driver, "Nothing, ma'am, you did all the driving." And I want to remind you again of what I learned a couple of days ago. I do not blow my bubble gum while I'm wearing my face mask. This camping party was hopelessly lost in the northern woods of Maine, and they wandered around for hours. Finally, one of them got up enough courage to say, "You told us you were the best guide in the state of Maine." And he said, "Hey, yeah, I am. But right now, I think we're in Canada." What is the Bible passage this week? Blessed are those who are pure in heart. For what? Blessed are those who are pure in heart. For what? For they shall see God. You get rid of that egotism, selfishness, and me first, you'll see loving others, and when you see love, you see God. What is the hymn? Holy, 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 helping others. Lord God Almighty, helping others. Early in the morning, our song shall rise to thee, helping others. Holy, 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 helping others. Merciful and mighty. Glenn is merciful. She makes more mistakes than anybody else. Mighty is helping others. God in all persons. Helping others is in all persons. Blessed charity, helping others. Charity. The Reverend Gary. Dr. Gordon Vermont and his wife, Hoshina, making sure that Glendora was being taken care of. As to reading, as to food. Oh, Reverend Gary has a kitty cat named Fang, and he's 9 years old. And Reverend Gary was late coming to the happy house yesterday because you want to know what? Fang kitty cat got his head stuck into an empty Kleenex box. And